Hi guys, welcome to the Off the Field podcast, episode number 7, with myself, George and Louis. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's been a strange week. I have to
Yeah.
admit, I'm glad we're recording this after Wednesday instead of before, with
Yeah.
two very, very strange. Well, no, one very good result, one very bad result.
I mean,
Plus Chelsea fans.
we were always planning to record it after Wednesday. That was always the aim.
Yeah,
To get talk about Chelsea winning the Champions League in it. But I feel like we should probably skate over weekend. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
we didn't play the weekend, did we?
nah, didn't even play.
Some team in blue,
Yeah.
London, probably Palace, lost to West Brom. I don't know who West Brom are. It's a team up like West Midlands or something. I don't know.
Nah. The real game was Seville Wednesday night, Porto 2-0.
What a game! I thought we were. It's a few players in particular. Mason Mount, Reece James.
Didn't take long to get Mason Mount in there.
Oh mate, what a boy!
By the way, can I point out Ben Chilwell's goal from a left back's point of view? You should edit of him in the Torres kit.
The last time two English players scored in a game and a Chelsea player ran the goalkeeper in a game in the Champions League was 2012, in which we won. We're also conveniently going to win the FA Cup. We'll beat City, it's fun.
Yeah.
So, it's showing all the signs of over. I think Saturday was a blip. We had 10 men. Jorginho and Kovacic thought, let's not play football today. Let's just run around like headless chickens.
Zuma had a nightmare, in my opinion.
So, yeah, it won a nightmare. Reece James everyone was a bit shaky. I think it's typical early kickoff after international break.
Yeah.
The ones that it's always been the case for us.
Yeah, it's dodgy. I'm in a way, right? I reckon you've seen the same tweet. I was just disappointed to lose the game. But have you seen the tweet where it was like 2012 Chelsea win the Champions League, lost to West Brom, changed manager mid-season, Portuguese club in the quarterfinal, and a Spanish giant in the semi-final.
And the last time we sacked a young upcoming manager was Villas-Boas.
Yeah.
And then
Di Matteo.
Lampard. Di Matteo came in. The only thing I remember a bit perfect if we got good hit it to the season.
Yeah. So maybe the loss to West Brom is a sign, mate. It's a sign.
I think we need a loss though. I think we're getting carried away.
Yeah, I'd rather. You don't want like too many people to start talking. Oh, Tuchel's not lost a game. Chelsea haven't lost a game in so and so time. But because you sort of, mind you, it's a big lot. It was a very important game that, especially with West Ham now overtaking us.
I think I'm going to say something. It's going to not cancel me, but like it's going to piss.
You're about to get cancelled.
It's not Tuchel's fault though. Like obviously Lampard left us in that state because it's not. I don't think it's all Lampard's fault. But we were in that when Tuchel came in, we were in a position where we actually couldn't lose any more games. We were ninth. We were like Arsenal.
We were
trying to banter Arsenal, but we were with them. They were like, oh, you're going to get relegated. They were like points, like a point or two behind us at that point. That it was awful, and like we were, it was no.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I mean, make no mistake, we've got to beat Palace. Make no
mistake. We from the moment Tuchel, we couldn't lose a game ever or draw. Like we couldn't afford to. We couldn't afford to draw against Wolves. We couldn't afford to draw against Southampton. Couldn't afford to lose against West Brom. And like he's got big wins, beat Spurs, beat Liverpool. He's done really well, but like he's made a mistake about it. You can't put any blame on him. He's come in. He's got us at the table, and like, but he came in a position where he can't lose any games.
Mm.
So I don't think there's anything to blame here. I think I see some people moan about us playing. Why are we playing three at the back still? It's defence wins you games. And I think we were leaking too many goals. He solved that problem. He's got a point on the board. He's done a phenomenal job, and it was just a blip. 10 men. Again, the question refereeing in that game.
Yeah, I personally don't think it was a red card, but it is what it is. I mean, even with 10 men, you shouldn't go and lose 5-2 to let's be honest. I know they played well on the day, but they're not a great team, are they? West Brom.
No, they
Their position in the table shows that.
they're going to get relegated. I'm glad they're going to get relegated.
I hope they get relegated.
We always have this issue over teams that are crap.
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, there's always that one team that always do us, home and away.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
They can stay down there. Now West Brom, they can stay down. Next season, it'll probably be Norwich. Adam will be...
Well, I ain't going to be Swansea, sorry. Yeah, but this weekend, huge. West Ham away to Leicester. I think they're away to Leicester. There may be a home to Leicester. But surely they're not going to beat Leicester. And obviously Tottenham, like you say, as I said earlier, playing Man United.
Yeah, West Ham at home to Leicester. And then Tottenham United, massive game for us. And then there's Liverpool. I've got Aston Villa, getting another massive game for us.
Yeah, and Liverpool are rubbish at Anfield at the moment as well.
But Villa have been poor since the turn of the year because Jack
Grealish, yeah.
I don't know if he's meant to bat for the game, but obviously 44. Yeah, so if Liverpool win their game, they'll go above us. Yeah, by a point. Tottenham will go above us. West Ham will gain further ground.
Yeah. So no doubt we have to win, as we could be like 8.
Yeah. If Everton win, no point. Yeah, so we there is no from now until the end of the season. We've got tough games. We've got Palace, we've got City, we've got West Ham, we've got Arsenal.
I'd like to see Tammy actually start at the weekend. I don't know how fit he is. I reckon just throw him in there.
I think we should probably talk about that. What are your thoughts on Tammy at the moment? Top goal scorer for us, I still believe.
Is he? It's just an interesting one because, like, it's obviously he's had this reoccurring ankle problem, and I think he's played a few games where he's not been 100% fit, and having this time off to get fully fit and sort of, you know, I know he was. People saying he's like not picked, but I don't think that was the case. But I don't know. I'd like to see him come back in, all guns blazing, because I still don't think we have a striker that's like. Well, no, that's a fact. We don't have a striker who's banging in goals left, right, and centre, and I think he's the guy that could do that.
We had a striker like that since Costa, and then before that it was Drogba.
Yeah, literally, like
it's been a career current problem for that. I mean, we've had Morata, Higuain, Pato, Falcao, all these, you know, come in. I thought Tammy did alright last season. I think with some big chances. But you know, last time he was in the Premier League, he was with Swansea. You know, and it's a big step up difference between the Championship and the Premier League. It's difference in quality. You're playing.
Sure.
You're instead of playing against normally our full established internationals. You know, and so it was definitely a big step up for him, as it was to Mason Mount, Reece James, everyone. I thought he did really well last season.
Yeah,
scored some vital goals. You know, one against Arsenal, for example.
Oh mate, it seems. I really, really, really want him to achieve and like be like sort of what Harry Kane was at Tottenham, just come in and just scores goals. But I do think he's got to improve, in particular heading, and so many times.
6'4".
Yeah, I guarantee you, within the first half an hour tomorrow, we get to the byline, flash a ball straight across the face of goal, and there's no one there. He needs to start getting on the end of some of them, you know, because they're just easy goals, and then getting stronger in the air. I mean, all good strikers that we've had have been really good in the air. If you think of Costa and Drogba, for example, and yeah, I'd love to see him. Yeah, Giroud. I'd love to see him sort of be a lot more dominant, you know, because he's a big bloke, and I don't see why he couldn't be the starting striker going forward.
He's still young. He's 23, 22, 23. And I feel if we sell him, it'll be same case as Lukaku.
He'll be good.
I think
someone else.
Lukaku. I think similar case to Lukaku. He went on and did for other clubs and he's doing it for Inter now. You know, I think one thing as well. We need to probably. I don't think we've always played to the strength of our strikers either.
No.
I don't think he plays strength of Werner's because obviously he's kind of used to sort of better playing off someone, playing with someone. I don't know. It's a hard one. I don't want us to spend all this money on Haaland and have a similar case.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like we don't even have we buy sort of players, but there's no sort of identity to the play. So it's like all the players that are up there just sort of just make the most of what they can, really.
It's like Lampard wanted to play 4-3-3, but we only had 2 actual wingers at the club.
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
don't think Ziyech is a winger. I think he's more of an inside forward.
On the right, yeah, he's always drifting in, and then there's like a big vacated space there.
So we only 2 wingers we have are Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic, and Pulisic is injured he's injured a lot.
A lot.
Hudson-Odoi
hasn't played for a while, or is it just international breaks happened and
international break happened and he's been playing either right wing back or in the 10. He's sort of better than 10. I don't know. I think we need to find our identity though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we kind of transitioned from. I think the transition from free at the back and the Conte to that sort of possession based style and Sarri, it wasn't quite a smooth transition as it should have been.
No, for sure.
I still think we're sort of papering the cracks from that a bit. We've got players who, like Alonso, who suit one system. Jorginho suits another system. Kante, who I think we've got players who just suit. There's too many players who suit different systems, and I think we need to get. Let's go back to our identity of player that we sort of had, before Conte. Really, when we were sort of every year it was either 2 trophies or 3 trophies, whatnot.
That's a winning mentality.
Yeah, and leaders as well. We need those.
Yeah, I mean the current identity, even though it is very frustrating to watch, and it's like proper makes you sit there and get worried. It's the sort of play it around the back, but keep a lot of the ball. Don't always do a lot with it, but then you win games like 1 or 2-0. And I don't mind winning games, even if the football's boring or it is tense to watch. And that's just the way it's been for us, isn't it? Since Tuchel come in.
I mean, I'm enjoying what Tuchel's done. I can say he's just come in and he's like, right, I need to. let's just get results. Let's just sort it out. We'll get results and we'll go again next season. It's going. I do think the start of the season will be a little bit annoying because obviously I don't think he's going to have a full preseason with the entire squad because you've got a lot of internationals in, and it's kind of gone season to Euros, back to another season again. So there'll probably be a slight disruption there, but let's just make no excuses. But I think if we give him the players he wants and have a bit of a clear out, we need a clear out. We've got so many players.
Yeah, too many loan players.
Yeah, like some of the loan players got coming back. So we've got like sort of Drinkwater. It's not got midfield some, but Drinkwater, Gallagher, Ampadu, Loftus-Cheek, Barkley. We've got 5 midfielders alone coming back. Bakayoko, yeah. So 6 midfielders all coming back. It looks like Napoli probably won't be signed Bakayoko. It looks like Danny Drinkwater is going to be back there. It looks like
I think Villa will go for Barkley.
Oh, West Ham. They're West Ham. I think Barkley will leave. I think Loftus-Cheek will probably leave as well.
I think Loftus-Cheek will leave. I really like Loftus-Cheek, but he was finally getting into the squad, and then we got injured in that stupid friendly, and now
I will never forgive.
I just think it's Chelsea.
The person who organised that friendly was probably the person who authorised us spending £35 million on Drinkwater.
Yeah,
the same person. But
I've had a nightmare.
Drinkwater will probably finally go. Bakayoko will probably go. We've also got Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah,
he's another. He's done quite well this season, but he'll probably leave. Oh no, he could play centre back, so can Ampadu. We've got Sarr, we've got Guy coming back.
God, we literally have like 2 more squads of just players that.
I probably forgot a few more big names.
Yeah,
big clear out is needed.
We'll just draw it back before obviously we start going about Chelsea's useless loan players back to the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
On did you watch any of the games Tuesday night?
Watch both of them at the same time.
I was multi-screen system. I wasn't actually watching the Dortmund Man City game, but I tell you what, the Liverpool game was brilliant. Just
You
to
know
watch
what? The Liverpool
Trent
game
have a
showed.
bit.
Firstly, yeah, Trent. I Southgate. I hate Southgate. As you know, I've said too many times in this podcast. Okay, the Southgate knows right backs, and he knows that Trent cannot defend. Okay, if you give Trent, you put Trent in the final third, you put in a world class ball after about 50 attempts. But in the final third, he's decent. He probably should be a midfielder. But if all you got to do is, I could get past him.
Yeah, honestly, that header back
The second goal.
for the second goal. What is he doing? It's the way Liverpool fans were like getting so excited because he got an assist at the weekend. It's like, oh, that's a message for Gareth Southgate. 3 days later.
Liverpool's midfield. I'm trying to think that from last season. So last season it was Wijnaldum, Henderson. Fabinho was in last season a lot, wasn't he?
Fabinho last season, yeah.
Yeah. So this season it's kind of transitioned now because this season it's kind of primarily been, especially recently, it's been Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and Thiago. And obviously Thiago and Wijnaldum are a bit more progressive. So whereas I think Trent has sometimes had firstly Van Dijk, but also secondly because as much as Henderson and Fabinho can box to box, they're both very good DMs. So with one of them sitting kind of more in front of Trent or covering the space Trent leaves, I think it's kind of exposed him a bit more this season, changing sort of the change of not having Van Dijk and a change of midfield. It's kind of it has exposed him a lot.
Yeah, I actually do think Trent could play in that sort of that Henderson role where he just picks the ball up, keeps it moving.
He should be a midfielder. He's not the right back.
I hated the way was it Neville? Did you watch Neville and Carragher?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, well Robertson has Van Dijk telling them what to do, and Alexander Arnold has like a different partner on that right centre back, and it's like seriously,
Van Dijk plays on the right?
No, I don't think he does.
Either
way, it's not like Van Dijk's miles away, though. Do you know what I mean? It's like he can still look to his right and say, anyone can see the gaps he leaves. Like for the Mason Mount goal, that was just terrible defending. Like he literally just walked backwards and just let him shoot. But I feel like we're just abusing Trent now.
But it has been. I think it's shown before. It's definitely been times last season since before that where he's defended and is the question mark, and he hasn't improved there.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's got ability, like passing, crossing. He scored some good goals, but just defending, nah, not for me.
I could see him abuse Liverpool. Well, do you know what? We'll stay on Liverpool. We'll keep abusing them because in that game, right? Like it's not so much abusing Liverpool. It's more abusing because how bad Arsenal are.
Mate, they were so tragic, honestly.
I was watching that first half, and I was like, if Real Madrid can do this, how bad must Arsenal be? And then I was watching Arsenal last night. I admit, I wanted Arsenal to win because of the situation surrounding Prague and how racist they are. And I'm going to touch that because I'll say some stuff and I'll offend the whole of Czech Republic and I'll be banned from there. But I wanted Arsenal to win that game. I thought, stuff it to the racists, and then you'll get piped in the semis. Fine. But my God, they were tragic. They were awful. Like Saka, Lacazette missing massive chances. Leno with his paper wrists.
Yeah.
Again, yeah. And I that club, they're setting for mediocrity at this point with Arteta in charge because he's taking them nowhere.
No, I know.
I can see what he's trying to do, but they've given him too much power to be a manager instead of a coach. So he's selling players that like he sold. They have no left back. So other than Tierney, they've got no left-footed. I mean Saka, but he's wasted left back. But they've got no left-footed player who can play at left back.
I mean, the players he got rid of, to be fair, were pretty rubbish. But
yeah, but it's like you keep someone like Kolasinac because you need a left. It's like us. We've got 3 left backs, right? But you know what I mean.
But the moral of the story is they're just miles off it. I mean, could you imagine them playing PSG or Bayern Munich?
No, PSG would destroy them. The PSG would generally win at 20-0.
Yeah, I know.
Even
Even Bayern Munich, they had so many chances against a pretty good PSG team.
Lewandowski effect.
Yeah, no Lewandowski. That cost them, and no Gnabry as well. But I mean,
Sane's not been hitting
no,
that City form.
Not kicked on, really, has he? But it's all about Mbappe. 2 goals. What a player. There's the second one special. Yeah.
He's unreal.
I love the second one, the way he sort of opened up his body to sort of go in the far corner, and he just slid it through the legs of the defender and went near post. Well, that was quality.
I'm glad they won though, because in all seriousness,
I'd rather play PSG than Bayern.
Yeah, I'd rather play PSG. I think we can beat City, we can beat Dortmund, we can beat PSG. I'd rather play Dortmund. I'd rather avoid Bayern at all costs.
Yeah,
their
sure.
team is a joke when it's fully fit. Like Kimmich, Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies. Well, we played them last year. They ripped us in both games, didn't they?
Like they will.
They would just tear us apart.
I think the weak area probably is centre back, but even then, they're
still good. They got Neuer. There's basically another centre back, if not. Just a joke. The thing is with that Bayern Munich team, though, they could, even though they lost 3-2 at home, they could literally turn up in Paris and win like 6-0. Just if they just get it right on the day, you just can't write them off.
That's the worry. That's why I was a bit annoyed. It's only 3-2.
Yeah. I know it was one game against Barca last year, but 8-2 against Barcelona. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that team is. If we were playing them on Saturday at West Brom, I would.
Oh yeah, we were rubbish. Like, I think Bayern Munich actually would have beaten us about 10-2.
Oh man, we would have scored. We were just,
at
half time. It was 2-1. We were just like, no, I'm not coming out.
It was that bad, really, when it was that bad.
Just give him the win.
Mind you, the winner of that game will have to play. Surely City get past Dortmund, they go and mess it up.
Oh, but Dortmund were robbed.
That Bellingham goal.
They were robbed.
Referee, it's just so bad. It's a terrible decision.
It's one of the first times I've seen. I know it's not the first, but it's one of the first time I've seen VAR used very poorly in Champions League in Europe. Because my God, it should have been a goal. He was robbed of a brilliant goal, and I think they would have changed the outlook of the game. I think City, typical City. I think Foden's been chilling with Sterling a bit too much when they're finishing after trading, because his finishing was awful.
Yeah.
So many chances.
He did eventually score, but it was a bit of couldn't really miss, could he?
It's very City-esque.
They
miss so many there's so many games I watch City and they should be putting in like 10 goals. They miss countless chances and like all Dortmund have to do now is score 1.
Yeah, and City. Well, no.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, all Dortmund got to do is score 1 and then part of the bus, but obviously Dortmund can't really defend.
Yeah. Surely you can't keep Haaland quiet for 2 games. Like, surely, especially for Dortmund. I know for Norway he's not been on the same form, but for Dortmund he's like pretty much good a goal a game. So it'd be. Well, he actually should have scored. He had a very good chance. Good save from Ederson, but surely he's going to score. Surely.
It's going to be a tough game to call that one. I think Dortmund can go and do a number. They can do City.
Oh, I'd love that.
So my ideal scenario would be is that
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Dortmund just beat City, and then because Dortmund PSG would just be goals. It'd be who can score out and Mbappe and Haaland. And
then Dortmund get to the final when we play Dortmund in the final.
It'd be like, when you it's not the right analogy. It's like you play your mate on FIFA, you both got attribute cards on all your players, and you
just got that one OP player,
You just
99 stats,
and then you're both just scoring like 10 goals past each other. And then we get the Dortmund win, and we get Dortmund in the final. That'll be.
Yeah, we win the Champions League. There you have it.
That's we will win it. If PSG win, we win the Champions League. If PSG lose, you won't win it.
I do. I mean, if we get past Porto, I will say if. I don't want to jinx us. Real Madrid do look good. They like their midfield is just so good. Like I know you can say they're old. I'm pretty sure I probably said they're old in one of the episodes, but Cruz was just
Modric,
good.
and
Just
Casemiro.
really
I
good.
think they all. You take any of those. I think any of those and put them on midfield. They're all one. They're all three of them City midfield, United's midfield. Well, obviously the
It's probably the best midfield three in the world.
It's best midfield three in the world, yeah. And like I said, like you look at all the big clubs. So the only midfielder better than those three at City is De Bruyne. At us, probably Kante. United, not really. Liverpool, not really. To say, was the Bayern got Kimmich, PSG. Those three. Honestly, those three are just like. And it was performance that rolled back the years for all three. I mean, that ball from Cruz to.
Yeah, that was so nice. It was a good job he finished it off because it deserved it. That pass was so nice.
Yeah, no. If he had done that for us,
yeah,
he'd be punching up in half time.
Well, was it who was it made the pass where Chilwell robbed the guy? Was it Jorginho? I can't actually remember.
Yeah. Jorginho made the assist for Mount, and that turn. Oh, actually, I tell you, like Mason Mount, he would displace.
He'd walk into Real Madrid.
He would. They'd be like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? We got."
You can't say it about laughing.
Casemiro would be like, "I have to retire now." Modric retired, Cruz retired.
See that, lads. Mason Mount. They
wouldn't know how good he is. Hazard probably told him. He's like, when I was at Chelsea, there was this kid in the academy, best player I've ever seen.
Forgot about Hazard as well. Didn't even play.
I reckon what would happen is if we needed a away goal, I reckon Hazard would be like, you know what, for the boys, and just.
Hazard loves Anfield as well, so.
I reckon he'd come to the bridge and think, you know what, it's just scoring. It's just score past Courtois. I'd be like, it's firstly snaking Chelsea, secondly, go get Chelsea Champions League final. He's a boy. He won't let us down. He'll destroy Liverpool and then he'll do us a favour somehow. I don't know how. He'll find a way.
He'll find a way. Right. We'll jump topics now, shall we? And talk about some more recent news coming out of social media. I know Swansea's club account in particular. I don't know if there's been any more.
Swansea, Birmingham, Rangers.
I've seen Rangers actually. Yeah. Henderson's. Social media strikes. Actually, Henderson's getting his account managed by like a cyber bullying company, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, I don't see how that's meant to help.
Hopefully they can use Henderson's platform and use his following to sort of give out a positive message. I mean, it's hard to say what's going to come of it.
I think that's the idea. I think it's the idea is to post positive messages, but I just like you said, there'll just be a little 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I think what Swansea, Rangers, Birmingham, again, might be more. I'm not too sure, but what they do is more powerful.
Yeah.
Omri followed suit.
I mean, I don't know whether I'm right in saying this, but it's a bit. You might agree with me. It's a bit of a joke that the leagues and the organisations and the associations have done pretty much nothing, and it's come down to the clubs having to make a stand. They get no backing at all. But that might be a step in the right direction. You know, we've spoken about it a few times and said nothing's been done. Now something's sort of being done, but we're not quite sure what scale it will be on as of yet.
Yeah, it's about time that something was done, but then, like you said, like I don't think the club should have done it. It should have been the FA or UEFA or. I in general, I just think the whole approach to abuse is poor. It's like the Slavia Prague, to bring it back to that, he's only got a one-match ban. Like, I know it's not a final decision, but firstly, he wasn't due to play anyway. And secondly, what I generally do think that should be done is it's like, right, you can't play until we've done our investigation. If you find out you're guilty, don't play football again.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's extreme.
I don't think it will work to full effect unless everyone does it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
and
like-
that's what, and everyone does it. And I do think as well is that Twitter, Facebook, and all that, they need to just say again, like we need to just IP ban people.
Yeah.
That ban people from using these social media platforms. Like that's it. If you get caught doing it, you're banned from social media. It might sound extreme, but it's time action is taken. And like you said, I do think all clubs should probably follow suit. There are reasons why. The all clubs aren't doing it. As,
Would you like to see Chelsea do it?
Obviously, just do it because we were again. So we have idiots in our fan base.
We've had players who have been racially abused. Reece James.
Yeah, players been racially abused. We've also had fans abusing Callum Robinson and Pereira.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm not going to hop on Twitter and call them this, that, and everything else. I'll say it quietly in my head. You know what I mean? But there's never that. It should never be. It just amazes me that people just, they think, oh, I'm going to go on Twitter and abuse someone, and then there's no consequence. But yeah, I love to see Chelsea do it. I love to see Chelsea think. Again, I know I'm not doing it because probably commercially and all this, that, and other. But it would be nice to think if the players do it, our fans are being guilty of doing it. Let's take a stand and let's try and make a change. Because I think it'd be good for our image as well because of the incidents we've had in the past.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, I think if it's going to be done, it's got to be done on a bigger scale, not just sort of a few people. Because if you're a troll, you don't care who you're trolling, do you? You just pick a target.
I mean, from within a few hours, from the moment Swansea announced it, I saw it kind of a domino effect to Birmingham and into Rangers. I mean, I don't know if I can find the article. The articles, any type of social media clubs. I see if I can find any more clubs that have used it. No, I think it is just Rangers. Yeah, Rangers and Birmingham so far, and obviously Jordan Henderson. But it was just a shame that obviously Swansea then to I think Birmingham to Rangers. Why couldn't it be Rangers to Celtic? And the domino effect didn't keep going. It's a shame. But hopefully, firstly, hopefully we can get through a weekend.
Yeah, hopefully
of no abuse. And then,
it would actually be nice to see like the Premier League. Well, I think like you said, like with the FA, the Premier League's accounts to say, yeah, we're gonna do a 1 week blackout, no content.
It would be really never happened, but would be really powerful if Sky or BT do it.
What? Don't show games? Could you imagine? Yeah, but these trolls probably don't even watch a game. They just see the score and it's like, yeah, some of it I just don't get. Like when Reece James's abuse, it's like he's been like incredible for us.
It's from when fans do it to own players. That drives me insane because like you said, Reece James, he's like one of our best players on Tuesday night.
These people, I tell you, they're not English. You just know they're not. You can just tell, like the way they like say stuff, it doesn't like make sense, and like their usernames, it's just like. Let's hope these social media strikes have some sort of effect, and it can be replicated on a wider scale.
Let's hope the next week we come on here and like, George, there's no abuse.
Yeah, that would be good.
Everything was normal for once.
We could talk about Chelsea actually winning the Premier League instead of skipping over we didn't play last weekend, did we? So it doesn't matter.
No, I tell you, there's some other good games like Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
City, Leicester. There was other good games, but we did not play. We had a week off.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it got postponed. Waterlog pitch. So.
Well, I suppose we better roll into the predictions for this weekend.
For sure.
When Chelsea do play this weekend. So we'll start with Fulham Wolves. What's going on now?
I think it's going to finish 1-0 Fulham.
Yeah, I think 1-0 for them as well. And then we Saturday, we've got City Leeds.
4-1 City.
I'm going to go 4-2 City. Liverpool Villa.
1-1.
I'm going to say 2-2. Palace Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Burnley Newcastle.
That's 0-0 written all over it, mate.
I'm going to say 1-0 Burnley. West Ham Leicester.
2-0 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. Come on, Leicester. Spurs United.
2-0.
2-1 United. Sheffield United Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to go with a shot one. I'm going to go 1-0 Sheffield United. West Brom Southampton.
I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 Southampton. And then Brighton Everton.
1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 as well.
Right. Guys, I think that is almost the time for us to end this episode. We're off now to record our first ever stereo as we're going to watch the Fulham Wolves game. So hopefully my prediction of 1-0 is false and it's going to be like 4-all. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'll leave the stereo link in the description for you to go check it out.
We try and do one. I think we're going to try and do one for Oh, my AirPods just died. I think we're going to try and do one for Tottenham United as well. That even came through because, like I said, that's my. So a slight technical difficulty there. But yeah, we're trying to do one for that. So make sure you check out Twitter as well to let you know we go live, and stereo link in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week. Shit is a jam. I can tell who's on the web. 25 show, check the